Hey, my name is Chris. I am from Muncie, Louisiana, which is a little town about 35 minutes from New Orleans. Joe and I knew each other for a little over 3 years, I guess. We met on a phone based game called Clash of Clans. And, it's weird. You never meet a person in real life, you never put your hands on them, you never have a drink with them, you never truly talk to them. Yet you get a chance to know them. And, that's kind of Joe and I's story. We met in the game and had similar interests, had similar thoughts about how a group of friends should play and how our little group should operate. And because of that, we became pretty close. And his passing has meant a lot to me personally. I'm also 38 years old. Also have two kids. Thinking about my life right now, had I been the person that was diagnosed 9 months ago with pancreatic cancer, how different my life would be. And really can't wrap my mind around it. But basically what I wanted to get to you guys today is kind of tell you how we met, and then also the impact that he had on us. He was one of those people that, good, bad, whatever was going on, you really didn't get a whole lot of negative from him. He was a pretty positive dude. Never played the blame game. Never, just a leader. He was one of those people that set forth an example that could be followed. And again, like I said earlier, at 38 years old, having two kids of my own, I can't imagine what his wife Christy's going through right now. Can't imagine what his little girls are going through. I can't imagine how they're trying to wrap their mind around not having him there. And our part in his life at the end of the day was probably very small, but the impact that he had was huge. And that's really what I want you guys to get from us and from Team Tactical. Joe, as we knew him, the Great, that was his name on the game. I can't imagine that he was any better of a father or husband than he was a teammate. But from what I hear, he was, and that doesn't surprise me. So, I just want to share one other thing with you. With two kids, it has got to be a tough thing for his wife to explain. It's got to be a tough thing for his family to understand. I know that as I've gotten older, I view death differently. I look at death as more of a celebration of life, as opposed to really focusing on my sorrow. And by no means am I saying that you guys shouldn't grieve, because good Lord knows you should. But what Joe did when he was on this earth is not something that is going to go away. He's going to live on. He's going to live on through his wife and her memories, his children, and I have one of each. I had a boy and a girl, and my son is 12. My little girl is 7. And I told my wife I loved her a lot when I married her, and I meant it. And then when my son was born, I apologized because I had lied to her, because I realized what love was. And then when my little girl was born, I realized I had been a bit of a liar the whole time, because that's truly love. And I'm so thankful that Joe had the opportunity to have two of those little girls, to experience true love twice. And not to discount his love for his wife, but man, there is just something between a man and his daughter, or daughters, that is just something super special. And again, what a great guy. You know, you think about his name on the game, it was The Great. And it was kind of funny because throughout the times we had several people trying to join with The Great in their name. We would always just immediately decline because there was only one. And I think The Great was just the very beginning of the sentence that you would use to describe him. I think he was the great father, the great friend, the great teammate, the great dad, the great husband. And I hope I've given you a decent representation of what we think of him and what we knew of him and what he was to us. So we're gonna miss him. The game will not be the same. The conversations, it's so funny, but you download a game on your phone, you think, man, I need a time waster, I need something to do in my off time, I need a little escape, if you will. And then you end up meeting people from around the world that just get you, and you're like-minded. And I didn't download the game expecting to meet someone that would impact my life, and Joe did that. And I hope that somehow you knowing this, whether it be his friends, his family, his wife, his daughters, I hope that you knowing this brings you some sort of comfort that the things that you thought of him were true, and the things that you continue to think of him were validated, because he was literally great. And we're gonna miss him for sure.